Shalom, shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect as always. Um, this is Brother Thamar from GMS Toronto coming at you with another video. And the elders, one of the brothers in the camp, he's in the same spirit that I was when I first came into truth, right? When you learn about the European history of the Israelites, about the Jacobites, and those kings of Scots, kings of England, right? The Stuart families. So we weren't just stationed in Africa, right? We were stationed in North Africa. We were stationed all over the world. That's what the scripture says, that we shall be as the sand of the sea. But there's hidden history that's that was hidden in the European catacombs, so to speak, right? The European chronicles that we were there, and it wasn't Edomites, right? At one point, when you hear about the Holy Roman Empire, that was us, right? When you hear about King James, when you hear about the Scots, the Irish, right? Before Oliver Cromwell came, all these things, the Welshmen, right? France, Spain, Portugal, those are all Israelites. When you tell people these things, they kind of get offended, as if Europe is just for Edomites, right? People fight, wars happen, man. Wars happen and people migrate. When you go back into the history, Syria used to be occupied by the Hittites at one point, right? Lakash, is it Lakash? There was a kingdom down there, man. And that was thousands of years ago. People migrate, people move, wars, famine happen, disasters happen. In our case, wars happen, right? This was part of the prophecy when the Edomite was coming out of his disparity again. Okay. So let's get into this. Says here, the elder put this up. The little dark Welshman, the Scotch, right? That word literally means brown, and black Celtics of the west of the Shannon River in Ireland, as well as the same kind of men in Britannia or Britain, right? And Aquitaine in France, right? The Guanches of the Canary Islands and the Berbers in Africa, right? That's where the barbarians resided out of, the Berbers, are all probably the remnants of the same race, right? Which is what so-called black, right? Elder posted something else. He posted a picture of King James right here, right? King James appears to have been an Israelite, which he was, from the tribe of Judah, Zerah lineage, by way of the Milesian, Scythian, Kimri, Giles, whom the Romans called Scotty, right? Scott, which goes back to Scotia or Scotch, which means dark skin or black, right? Go down a little bit more. Elder posted some of these, right? These are all wars, family feuds that we got into. See, these are all Negroes, Israelites, man, doing all manner of wickedness, right? Those are just some photos that I saved from the elder he posted today. But let's get into a scripture right here. The earth, because I have to go to work, helped the woman, right? And it goes into a lot of things. It's not just the earth. It goes into archaeology, yes, and it goes into what do you call these pictures? Iconoclasm. It goes into all of that. It says here, and the earth helped the woman in Revelation 12 and 16. The woman meaning Israel, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which is these damn Edomites, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. The flood, which the enemy, when the enemy shall come in as a flood, right? And this speaking as in a war sense, but there are many type of flood. The enemy came in with his iconoclasm. He came in with his with his wine. That was also a flood because it's drowning everyone right now in the world. You tell them that we used to rule certain places up in Europe or the whole of Europe, they look at you like we have four heads, as if Europe is one of those places where it's so prestigious. It's a fucking wasteland, man. Right? It's a wasteland. It's a pit. Right? It's a damn pit. There's nothing. It's not prosperous. It's not a land that the Most High reverence with great adoration, man, admiration or love. Okay? Oh, that's where the Edom. That's where the so-called white people come from. Africa's right there, man. Israel's right there. Okay? Even when we were ruling out of Europe, we still gave reference to Jerusalem because we know that's where the Holy Land was, or Holy Land is. Right? And guess who was over there? It was Jake and heathens that was over there. Right? When you go into the history, King James, his lineage, right, the Stuarts, all those people, when you go into the history, all those people were Negroes, so-called Negroes. They were Israelites, and they knew that they were Israelites. Okay? And this wasn't too long ago. This was hundreds of years ago, couple of hundreds of years ago, Salakia, right? The 1500s, 1400s, right? So people die, other people come into rulership, right? And what do they say? He who wins the war gets to pretty much push his narrative, right? Once you get that victory, and you can propagate history. Shalom.